Hi, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening. Well, it seems like it could be good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, but this, of course, right now is good afternoon. This is Eric with you right here from Just English Upper Intermediate class. And the time right is 4 o'clock. We've just passed 2 minutes past 4 o'clock, and I'll be taking it all the way till 6 o'clock. And guys, if you're signing in for the first time, remember you're along with Eric Barak, and we will be learning a lot today about a lot of different things. So you need to just get ready and make sure that you don't get distracted with your telephone or you don't get distracted with anything else, because there's something very important today, and that's all about reading and understanding of English. Now guys, remember one thing: if you are tuning in for the first time, remember you always stick around with me like Eric Barak right here on Just English channel. And of course, today is 4 o'clock, time taking out to 6 o'clock, so 2 hours will be a great time. We'll learn together, and also we're going to have some quiz. So just remember that don't get sleep or don't get tired, because definitely we're going to talk a lot about things today, and you will be also welcome to write me the messages. Your messages will be flowing right here on my broadcast, and I will read your messages. And also remember to write me an email on barakeric1429@gmail.com. Alright guys, now before we start the class, just remember that today is going to be a special day for you. And I know that as we got Bayram is coming in the corner, it's right away, I think it's next week. So what I'm going to do today is it's going to be something special in the class. Just remember guys that when you are going to listen to me today, and we're going to have a quiz today, for example, and if you give me a right answer, you got a gift today. It's going to be a gift hamper today. And now you might be surprised what gift hamper Eric got for us today. And guys, you're going to win yourself a tea today. Just remember guys, I know you love tea a lot, and some of you are going to go for your exam for the university, so you need to have a lot of tea so that you get a lot of energy. And to win this tea, you need to give me a right answer today. So get ready, fasten your seatbelts, and make sure that you are concentrating on the lesson. This is Eric Barak with you, and here in Upper Intermediate with Just English. And today's topic is going to be very good. First hour, we're going to talk about a topic which is going to be all about unreal conditionals, for example. And the second hour is going to be all about feelings and emotions. Now I know you might be thinking about what are feelings, what are emotions. We'll be coming to this next hour, so stay tuned with us guys. Also remember that there'll be a lot of things to talk about together. I will read your messages while I'm talking about the subject, so just do me a favor. Just leave everything, just concentrate. I'm going to give you the examples. We're going to do a quiz together, so just understand that we're going to do everything together. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy this class on Upper Intermediate along with me, Eric, right here from Just English. Now let's talk about unreal conditions. Now guys, you know very well that when we talk about grammar, we talk about in English, we always need to learn English, definitely. And just remember one thing, for you to learn good English, definitely you need to come and pass by Just English, because we got a wide range of teachers from different parts of the world who are there to take care of you and to make sure that you learn the best English. So there we go. Now let's start with unreal conditions. Guys, we have 4 types of conditional sentences. Remember, we got 4 types of conditional sentences. Well, I've written here on the board. For example, we got 4 of them. We got a 0 condition, we got number 1 condition, we got 2 condition, and 3 condition. So remember, we have 4 types of conditions, but today in this class, in this hour, I'm going to only teach you about condition number 2 and condition number 3, that how do they apply into our normal conversations, and how do we try to understand them, and how do we communicate with people by using condition number 2 and 3. Guys, time to time I will be, for example, going off the screen and coming back into the screen, so don't worry for that. I love you guys a lot, you know that very well, and I'll be with you guys till 6 o'clock. Just remember, after 45 minutes at 4:45 I'm going to give you a break, okay? So in that break you're going to have a great time. 15 minutes break is a big break, come on. And in that 15 minutes break, you're going to have your tea or coffee, some snacks, get yourself refreshed, be energetic, and then come back for the next class from 5 o'clock and start till 5:45. So we are talking about unreal conditions, right? So condition number 2. Now guys, try to understand very carefully. Make sure that your ears are very open. Don't think about anything else. Don't think what dinner I'm going to have tonight or tomorrow, where I'm going to go. Leave everything aside right now because you are along with Eric Barak in upper intermediate. Second condition, let's start. Now the question comes, what is second conditional? Now that's a question a lot of people have in their brains. That what is second conditional? What is second conditional? And a lot of time came across even at school. Students have been coming to me, hi Eric, what is second conditional? What is third conditional? Now is the right time for you to understand, and it's time for you to know what is second condition, right guys? So let's start. What is a second condition? Now guys, for example, second condition is talking about hypothetical or imaginary situations in the present or future and its consequences. For example, consequences actually means the result. Alright guys, for example, I'm going to repeat again. What is second condition sentence? Now, second condition sentences actually talks about hypothetical or imaginary situations where in the present or future and consequences. Now, what are consequences? I put in the bracket there. It says actually a result. All right, guys. So, for example, imaginary or unreal situations. Right, guys? Imaginary, unreal situations. Now, remember, as I told you before, that while I'm talking to you today, I will be going off and coming in. So, don't worry. I'm sticking out with you till 6 o'clock, and you'll be learning a lot. So, imaginary or unreal situations. That's all about a main. For example, a tip to understand and to remember what is a second condition. Second condition is all about in present and future, and it depends upon the consequences bracket result. Imaginary or unreal situations. I hope you got it right. That's good, guys. Now, for example, here when you say, while I'm talking to you still right now, I'm also getting some messages flowing here from the students. Hey, that's Ramazan here. Wow, King is your thank you, Ramazan. We got Oktay here. We got Mohammed, Kagla Polat. We got Aaron Pak Show. And of course, we got a lot of students here. And it's a great to see you guys. Wow, superb. And we got here Aaron Pak Show. We got Kagla Polat. We got Oscar. Written in Turkish. I'm sorry, I'm not able to understand in Turkish, but still love you guys because you're my darling students. And thank you so much for joining in my class. And we're talking about imaginary and unreal situations. We got Mohammed Bozgurat here. Ramadan Mubarak to you too. I wish you Ramadan Mubarak on behalf of all the entire team of Just English. We wish you a Ramadan Mubarak. Imaginary or unreal situations, guys. I'm reading the messages, so not to worry for that. So let's go back to the class. Now, imaginary or unreal situations. Now here, for second condition, you should have your formula. And your formula talks about here, it's a very simple formula. Try to understand. You need to have the word if before. Now, if actually means what? If means something might happen, or it's like an imagination, right? So if plus your past simple, and then of course you should have your would or wouldn't plus your infinitive. Now that's your formula, and guys, this formula is only applicable for your second condition. Now don't come back and tell me, Eric, but can you use it for third condition, or can I use it for first condition? Hello, you cannot use that, guys. Love you. Imaginary or unreal situations formula is only one, and that is for second condition. If plus past simple, would, wouldn't plus infinitive. Alright guys? Alright? Good. Now let's go into a very simple example with the question mark says, how do you use conditional with word if and what verbs to use when we start with if? A lot of times students, and not only students, a lot of people, they make a lot of mistakes. For example, they don't understand with the conditions what type of verbs to be used. Now guys, don't ask me here, Eric, we don't know verb. If you don't know verb, I'm sorry guys, I can't explain about the verb here right now. But I'm going to explain about which verb you're going to use. We have, like, for example, we got verb 1, verb 2, and verb 3. Now here I'm going to tell you what exactly I'm going to use here, so that you know how to get along, and how to know that it's going to be a second conditional. how to use conditional with word if, and what verbs to use when we start with if. Now, example number 1. If I want a lottery, I would buy a BMW. Wow! BMW. Now, if you want to buy a BMW, you need to know you need to get a lottery and you need to win a lottery so that you get yourself a BMW. I'm going to repeat my sentence again. If I won a lottery, I would buy a BMW. Alright guys, now for example, you see I've underlined the word for you. Now if you say if I won, now won actually is the second form in the past form of win. And whereas if you go into your second part of a sentence, it says here, would buy. Now guys, you should say you would buy. I've underlined for you here. You should not say I will buy, because if you say I will buy, automatically your sentence goes into the future, which you are expecting is not like here. It has to be if I won a lottery, and then your comma comes there, and continue with the second sentence, I would buy a BMW. Alright, so your step says here about step 1, look into it here. Take all verbs in the past tense. Use a second form. Now, I hope you know your verbs and I hope you know the verb forms. If you don't know, still, Eric loves you. Talk about verb past tense, use second form. We do this because this is not happening in present and in future. I hope you got it, right? Good. Now guys, my email address is barakerik1429@gmail.com. If you're just tuned right now, just remember this is Eric Barak with you. Upper intermediate class from Just English. I'll be taking it all the way till 6 o'clock. Your messages are flowing. Thank you so much for joining my class, and definitely I'll be reading your messages. And do remember that after we finish our second condition, we're going to have going to have a test together. And in case if you get a chance to win your test today, you're going to win yourself tea, and tea makes you healthy and energetic. So your tea will be coming very shortly, so you need to get your tea. So get your tea and make sure that you win today, right now, from upper intermediate, this tea bags. Alright guys, now let's go to the second example. Now before I go into the second example while I'm talking to you, I'm also going to go off screen and check for you that what students we got right now. We got here Candace Polat. Eric is a great teacher. These classes are so helpful. Thank you so much, Candace, for joining us. And I don't know where you joined from, but thank you so much for joining, and thank you for being a part of upper intermediate class today. And we got you Mehmet Kurt again to the Meister. Thank you. Guys, I'm sorry if I really pronounce your names bad, because I'm very much bad in Turkish. I can't speak, but still I'm going to do well. Now going back into your lesson, guys, remember this class of mine is always a fun joke, and of course we study a lot together too, so you don't have to worry for that. There we go. Now let's go to the example number 2. And before we go into that, I want to check before the first example again. We talked about if I won a lottery, I would buy a BMW. Remember, your verbs have gone into the past. If I won, one has gone to the past, and you got I would buy a BMW. Now when you say BMW, it's in the past, so you don't say here, please, I will buy. If you say I will buy, oh my god, that's going to be wrong, and we don't want you to get wrong. So make sure that you use a second form. It has to be in the past, I would buy. Step 1. Take all your verbs in the past tense and make sure that you use your second form. We do this because this is not happening in present and in future. Got it, guys? It's not happening in present and in future. I hope it got it. Good. Let's go to example number 2. If I became the president, and the second part of the sentence says here, I would make a lot of changes. Now that's, guys, very interesting, and I know a lot of people would like to become a president. Superb. This year, if I became the president, I will make a lot of changes. Now when you say if I became a president, I would like to make a lot of changes, guys, remember that is very, very simple and it's very understandable. Formula you have to use is if plus past simple. Would slash wouldn't or infinitive. Now, how to use a conditional with a first if, and that's very simple. I've told you before. So same way we go down here into the second form. If I became the president, I won't make a lot of changes. Now, step one, take your verbs in the past. Now, for example, it became there and not become. Would but not I will make. So there's a difference here, right, guys? We got some persons signing out here. We got Olash here. Olash, Aytük, Bayram. It's nice to watch you. Thank you so much. And we got a lot of students pulling up here. And guys, sticking around till 6 o'clock. Remember, at 4:45 we're going to have a break. So back to the class. Step one, take verb in the past. We got became, not become, and remember, would, will become, not I will make. Definitely. Okay, guys? So imagine, now try to understand this sentence again. If I became the president, the second part says, I would make a lot of changes. Now, imagine that we had a little boy and like he says to us that if I become the president, but right now, actually, he's not even qualified. And it's unreal imagination. But at the same time, if you have someone who is already qualified, a grown-up person, and if he or she tells that if I become a president, now that is going to be a real situation. But in this case, it's unreal because it's a young boy and we don't know actually if he's going to really become or if he's going to be qualified or not. That's the reason we have to use there the past, which is going to be if I became the president. I hope it's understandable and it's very clear to you guys. Alright guys, that's great. And remember, as I told you before, that always take your verbs into the second form, into the past, and that will make you understand. Now guys, you have to have your VIP note. Now VIP note means very important part. Always remember that two conditional, imaginary or unreal. That's why it's important to put verb in second form after if and in the following sentences after a comma. Make sure that your two sentences are there and between you add in your comma there to show that it's a joining with a comma. For example, if I met the Queen of England, I would say hello. There we go. It's unreal. It's like still trying to imagine. Number two, she would travel all over the world if she were rich. Now guys, that's a second example, and guys, it's a very understanding, it's all imagination down there. And now get ready for your test, guys. Second conditional test. You can see on the board I got 5 sentences, and definitely we're going to do these sentences together. So guys, I want you guys to do this very simple thing. Try to look at the sentence. I'm going to give you like 1 second. Quickly have a glimpse, stare at the sentences, look at all the sentences, and then I'm going to start together to know and to understand, if you really understood, how to use a second conditional and what formula is to be used. Just remember, take your verbs into the past and just do the needful. Alright guys, so just remember, do that, and I'm going to make sure that you are with me. So let's go down and check first. For example, your VIP note is all about and your sentences are here. Now guys, get ready and I'm going to ask you, look at your sentences quickly guys. Look at your sentences quickly guys. Look at your sentences and let me know that what's going to be the answers there. Before I give out the answers, and I need you guys to win yourself today tea, that's a chai. Now I got a lot of messages here. We got again Mehmet, Bozkurt. How many type conditionals? Yes, Mehmet, your answer is here. We have 4 types of conditional sentences. For example, we got 0 and we got 1, 2, 3. But today we're only talking about 2 and 3. We got here Dokwan, Insisiu. I'm sorry, the names are so difficult for me. If I were rich, I would buy Rihanna for singing Song for Me. Wow, that's great. Sounds superb. We got Tirana here. Had, would, tidy, superb. And we got here Sila, Coke, Dimar. Had, would, tidy. And Mohammed, Buskrat, 4. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. I love you guys. You are my darling students. You know that? And I love you guys a lot. Thank you for your feedback. And let's go back into the exercise. And let's start with your answers. Get ready. You are going to win today tea bags from Justenglish Upper Intermediate class. We got here Kagri Kaharaman. Hi. Hello. Good. Hi. Good to see you. And thank you for joining the class. And guys, let's start the answers. And I want you guys to let me know what your answers are. There we go. First sentence. I can't tidy my room now. If I dash more free time, I dash it. Now in the bracket, guys, you got the words here, have and tidy. So let's see who is giving the right answer. And I understand here we got a lot of students giving out the answers, for example. And I got students here who are giving the answers. We got here, I think that's not Rana. I think that's, yeah, that's Rana. I'm sorry, that's Rana there. And we got there Sila Kodimar, and she's writing there the answer has to be, first one has to be if I had, and the second one goes is would tidy. That's a great, good answer. Well done. I think you got a chance to get the right answer. That was Rana and Sila. And let's go to number 2 now. My job isn't well paid, provided that I dash a lot of money. However, I dash round the world. Now in bracket it says earn and slash travel. Now guys, tell me what answer is going to come here. I'm looking at your messages, guys, and your messages are flowing out. The time right is 24 minutes past 4 p.m. We got like only a few minutes to go for the break. So before we go for the break, let's get your answers, guys. Your answers are flowing. Guys, look at the sentence on the board. My job isn't well paid, provided that I dash a lot of money. However, I dash round the world. Now we got in the bracket earn and travel. Would you please like to tell me what are the answers, guys, before I disclose the answers? Wow, we got here, Mehmet is writing Sam down. Something here is written by Mehmet, I think. And it's, oh, Mehmet, I think you just gone off the hook. But not a problem, still you're there. We got here Rana again, earned and would travel. That's superb, sounds great. Rana, you did a good job. And we got here Kadir. Now Kadir Güç Bilmez. Now that is earned and would travel. Sounds great. And we got Mohammed again. You want to be famous. We got Sela here, earned and would travel. You are my darling students. I love you guys. You're my darlings. Come on. You're giving me the right answers. That's great. So our answer for number 2 is going to be my job isn't well paid, provided that I earned, and then you said I would travel, and then you have a lot of money. However, that's good. That's your right answer. Number 3, guys. Let's get to I spend a lot of time learning English. If I dash English, I dash studying Spanish or French. Now your words are not learn and you got try. Guys, I need the answer here. Hey, we got Nita Keglar. Hi, the best teacher in the world. Oh my god, my darling students. I love you guys a lot. Trust me, thank you so much. It's all because of you guys, because you are my darling kids. You're my darling students, and I miss you guys a lot. You know that very well. And of course, thank you so much, Rana. She says here, did not learn, would try. Did not learn, would try. Rana, you got the right answer. Thank you so much for that. So the answer, guys, for number 3 is, I spent a lot of time learning English. If I did not learn English, I would definitely try studying Spanish or French. But guys, you guys need to learn English because you have the best teachers right here in Just English, wide range of teachers, and we're here to take care of you. Number 4, I have to meet my business partner, but if I dash sometimes to spare, I dash a museum. Now guys, I hope you know what's museum. Museum is a place where you always keep the ancient material. That's called museum. In the bracket we got the words have and visit. Guys, I need your answers. Let's scroll down and see. We got here Ramazan is telling number 3 is didn't learn and would travel. We got Ramazan again with sorry. Oh, you got sorry, not a problem. We got Silla here, had and would visit. Now that's great. Coming up again, Rana, she's saying here, had and would visit. Sounds great. I think that's the right answer. Number 4 is thanks, Rana and Silla. It's I have to meet my business partner, but if I had and then your second blank is definitely I would visit. Number 5, I don't know if my friends need help. Suppose he dash my help, I dash need not refuse. Now this is Kadir here. Kadir, I'm sorry. Kadir, it says had and would visit. Wow, that's great. That's the right answer you get for number 4. We are number 5 right now. It says here, I don't know if my friend needs help. Suppose he dash my help. I dash need dash not refuse. Guys, what's the answer? Number 5. If I met Eric Brock, I would happy people in the world. Thank you, Mehmet. And guys, come on. I know, guys, and I love you guys a lot. You know very well. And I love you guys because you're my darling students. And because of you guys, really, I'm there. And really, you know that, guys, I miss you a lot. But still, don't worry. We'll meet soon. Number 5, the answer is what? Okay, Ramazan says need, and he says would not refuse. Now, Ramazan, I think here we had a slight mistake. You have to say here the second form of the past. Remember, the first is need and then the second form is needed. You have to put ed there. So that's your right answer. That's good, guys. I think you guys are doing a good job and a lovely job because you are my favorite darling students and you guys know that I love you guys. Hey, I'm back again here. I'm sorry I had to leave you guys on audio, but I'm back again here. And thank you. That was a great test. I think Ronnie did a good job and Silla did a good job. Thank you for doing the right answers for the 5 sentences we had for second conditions. I think now the result is coming. Now this box here of the tea bags, come on guys, is going out to, we got 2 students. For example, we got Rana and we got Silla. I think they've been doing a good job. They give the right answers. Now, what I'm going to do is very simple. Guys, I'm very serious because I love you guys. Trust me, guys. This box is going to come to you guys. I want to tell you, I'm going to drop this box to the Just English to the category branch. So, you guys can pick it up from there. This is your hamper prize for today. You give me a right answer, and of course you did a good job by listening to me and understanding the second condition. Let's go down to the third conditional sentence now. What is your third conditional sentence? And guys, I will be reading your messages which are flowing right here on our Justenglish channel. The time is right now 30 minutes past 4 p.m. 50 minutes right to go for your break. Let's enjoy the third conditional sentence along with me here, Eric Barak. What is third conditional? Talk about a hypothetical past situation and its consequences. And definitely consequences, guys, means result. Alright, guys, I'm going to recap for you. Third conditional talks about a hypothetical past situation and its consequences. For example, in the bracket, it says result. So the result comes back later. Now let's start up here. It says here that the time frame has gone. Just remember, in the third condition, the time frame is gone. I mean, you did something or you didn't do anything, for example, but the time has gone. So it's gone in the past. The time is gone. That's the reason it's called as a third condition. All right, guys? And for the third condition, remember to use your formula. And to use your formula, guys, very simple. Don't look at me. Look on the board. It says here, if plus past perfect, and then your wouldn't have and plus your past participle. Your formula for third condition is if plus past perfect, would or wouldn't have plus your past participle. Now that formula, if you really got, guys, you can make your third condition in a very simple way. It will be not difficult for you, but make sure that you should remember, you should mark up your formulas to use for first condition, second and for third condition. Right now we are doing third condition. Don't mix it up. We are not doing second condition. This is the third condition. And the formula is if plus past perfect, wouldn't have gotten. For example, there's a sentence, wouldn't have with past participle. Now, let's go into your sentence and have a look here, guys. I'm going to give you like 1 second. Look at the sentence. It says here, if you had worn a sunblock, you wouldn't have gotten a tan. Now, guys, I'm going to repeat the sentence. Understand very carefully. Open your ears. If you have a problem in your ear, use your cotton bud. clear your ear and understand third condition. Love you, my darlings. If you had worn a sunblock, you wouldn't have gotten tan. Now it says here, for example, had worn. Now remember, it's your past perfect tense, whereas your word comes as your verb 3, or also you can say as your past participle. Whereas going into the second sentence, it says here wouldn't have and gotten a tan. When you say gotten a tan, now that is actually your verb past participle. Okay guys, remember that into your verb 3. So remember to have your verb 3 here. Now guys, I really want to ask you one question, and let's be real. I want you guys to be real to me. I want you guys quickly to write me now here the 3 forms of where. Quickly guys, do that for me. 3 forms of where. Quickly guys, do it right now. I want to see your message right now. 3 types of where, guys. Do that quickly. 3 types, guys. 3 types. 3 types, guys. Write down your 3 types of where. Okay, if you're not able to do that, let me explain you. We have where, were, and worn. Now that is actually the third form, verb 3, which you have been using right in the third condition. Now your question mark will be that why is Eric using wouldn't have? Now the answer is there. Look at the board. Now why I'm using wouldn't have? Because the action in the past and didn't wear a sunblock, and the result was what? That your color became tan. Alright guys, I'm going to recap for you. The reason I used wouldn't have, because the action in the past was that you didn't wear your sunblock, and in result your color became tan. All completely in the past, and remember your time frame had already gone. Alright guys, your time frame had what? Already gone. Now that is what it happened here. I hope you got it. Hello? I hope guys you got what I'm saying. The color had already gone because you did not apply your tan, and that's why you became tan in color, because you did not apply your sunblock, and the result came that you became tan. Alright, now let's go into your second example. It says here, if you had not or hadn't warned me, I would have told mother about your test results. Now guys, this is very interesting. Remember, in the 2 sentences it talks about, the first part says, if you hadn't warned me, and the second part says, I would have told mother about your test results. Now, first part, your first step is wrong. Your hadn't, not, and were, want is automatically gone into the hadn't is into your past perfect tense, whereas your past participle, which is also called as verb 3, is worn, and automatically your would have also gone in the past. Alright guys, now remember that why we said that, the reason is because you came up to me, for example, and you told me that, hey, don't tell my mother that I have lost or I failed in my results. And definitely because you came and you told me, right? And so I will not tell. But if you would have not told me, definitely the result would have been what? That I would have told your mother that you have not done good in your results. That's why we say there, if you hadn't warned me, I would have told mother about your test results. All right, guys? I think that's very very clear. The time is right now 35 minutes past 4, and we got 10 minutes to go for your break. We'll be for 15 minutes. You're along with Eric Barak, right in upper middle class, taking all the way till 5:45. You're along with Eric in Justenglish channel. Coming up the next is a quiz right now. Here 5 sentences for today. And let's focus on your sentences, guys. Look into your sentences, and I'm going to give you like 1 second. I want you guys to see and let me know. We're going to do it together. Okay, guys, your sentences now. Look at your sentences, and your messages are flowing right here on the screen, and I'm there to help you. So don't worry if you're not understanding. Just let me know that, Eric, I'm not able to understand, but I hope that you understood second condition, and we have only done the third condition, and I'm going to bring you out your third condition now here. And so guys, let's have a look. Where is your third condition gone? Oops, I'm sorry. There is your quiz. Guys, look at your sentences right now. I'm just going to give you like 1 second. Try to get your sentences. Try to understand them, and then we're going to do them together, and after that we're going to have a break for 15 minutes, and we return back from the break. We're going to have a class in feelings and emotions. Well, your messages are coming here. It says here American Yapiche. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the name. Hello, my friend. Hey, hi, this is Eric Barak. Thank you for joining. That's good to know that you're there, and thank you so much. Guys, let's go and stick around with the sentences now. Number 1, I couldn't help you because I was ill. If I dash ill, I dash you. Now, the words are not fall and help. Now, guys, I would like you to give me the answer. Quickly, guys, let's see who will give me the answer here now. Your messages are flowing right here on our screen. So let's see, guys. Kadir, Mohammed, guys, Rana, where are you guys? Come on, my darling students. You need to tell me what the answer is for number 1. I couldn't help you because I was ill. If I dash ill, I dash you. Your words are not fall and help. We got Rana here, and she says, had not found, and the second part says would have helped, and Kadir says didn't fall in the number 1, and the second says would help. Now Sila writes here hadn't fell and wouldn't have helped. Good. Mustafa Barkay Dogan says here was not ill, and the second part of the sentence says would help. Guys, thank you so much for your great answers. Now let me tell you the right answer, guys. Number 1, for example, it says here I could help you because I was ill. Now your answer should be here if I had. Guys, you will write on there. The first answer is, the first part is if I had not fallen ill, and number 2 is I would help you. Thank you. I think that was Rana, and I think you did a good job, and some of you guys did a good job in the first part and the second part. You guys were lost, but it doesn't matter. Good job. You're doing good. Number 2, I didn't apply for the job provided that I dash the position. I dash to move to New York. In the bracket, we got be offered and have. Guys, your time starts now. 1 second and give me the answer. Hurry up, guys. Come on. Don't look at me. Look at the board and give me the answer. Number 2, I didn't apply for the job provided that I dash the position. I dash to move to New York. In the bracket, we have be offered and slash have. Hello. Hey, my darling students, where are you gone? Oh, we got Oktay here, and it says here, did not fall, and then would help. Thank you for the answer. We got Emery Kelly Bay. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the name. Hey, my friend. Oh, hello. Yes, I'm friend to you guys, and you're my darling students. Oktay Satari says here for the second had not been offered or would have to. Now, there we go. Number 2, guys, the answer is, the first part says the answer is had been offered. All right. And your second part of the sentence is here, which says would have had. All right. Number 3, I asked about the way, but if I dash the GPS, I dash the place. Now, guys, the bracket is not have and not find. Guys, number 3, give me the answer. Number 3, we got your Rana says have been offered, would have had. Oh, Rana, wow. Give me 5. You did a good job. Thank you and love you guys. I'm waiting for the answer, guys. You are my darling students. Number 3, I asked about the way, but if I dash the GPS, I dash the place. Not have, not found. Give me the answer, guys. Let's get the answer, guys. I'm going to count 3. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, there's no answer for number 3. Let me give the answer, guys. The first part is had not had, and number 2 is would have not found. Good. Number 4, we were on the beach all day, but if we dash in the shade, we dash keep not get sunburned. Guys, I need the answer here now. What do you think the answer is going to be? Number 4, we were on the beach all day, but if we dash in the shade, we dash keep dash not getting sunburned. Guys, the answer I need. Okay, number 4. Number 4, guys, number 4. Hello, darling students. Where are you gone? I can see your messages are flowing, but I'm not getting the answer for number 4. Number 4, guys, there we go. The answer number 4. Let me give you the answer. It says here, the first part says had kept, and the second part says you will be having the answer would not have got sunburned. Number 5. There we go, Rana. Good job. I just saw your answer. Had kept, would not get sunburned. Rana, good job. You're doing good. Along with Silla, great. That's great. Number 5. We didn't see the film. Suppose our dad dashed the football match. We dash the film, and the bracket says not prefer, and you can say also watch. Guys, give me the answer. I'm going to give you like 1 second, and then I'm going to give you a break. Give me the answer, guys. I'm going to do the countdown. 3, 2, and 1. I need the answer, guys. Kadu says had kept, wouldn't have gotten sunburned. Good. That's right. It should be got. The first form, not the third form, but the great answer we got here. Number 5, the answer is, guys, had not preferred, and then would have watched. Now, guys, that was all for today. I think you did a good job on exercise of the quiz for third conditional with did. And, guys, just remember that you guys need to also understand that you are along with Eric. And remember that we are together right here. And so just not forgetting out that if you think that you give the right answers, not to worry, you have given the right answers. I will back to you guys right after the break. So just remember that you're along with me. The time is right exactly now, 45 minutes past 4 p.m. And my email address is barack1429@gmail.com. I will catch you guys after 50 minutes of break. After the break, we return back. Don't go away anywhere. We're going to have a new topic with feelings and emotions. We'll be coming right here on Just English only after a short commercial break. So guys, stay tuned, have fun, and have your great coffee. Love you.
Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world full of joy and smile, a world where everyone will live by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world. Just English style. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do but do just English style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
And enthusiasm. Enthusiastic.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Pronunciation.
Şimdi sen de dile gel. Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world full of joy and smile, a world where everyone only by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world. Justinglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do but do Justinglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
And enthusiasm. Etrustic.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Clark. Pronunciation.
Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Hi, good evening and welcome back after a short commercial break. Well, this is Eric here, right here in the upper intermediate class from Just English, Eric Barak, and your messages were flowing right here on our on the broadcast, and also my email address is barakeric@1429 and then gmail.com. My email address is barakeric1429 and of course at gmail.com. And before we had gone for a break, in the first hour we were talking about today, that was all about the conditional sentence. We talked about second condition and third condition. And right now we got a chance to, in this hour, we're going to talk about feelings and emotions. Now, feelings and emotions is really going to be a very fantastic, a very interacting topic where I know a lot of people want to know about feelings. And remember the time right now is 2 minutes past 5, and I'll be taking you all the way till 5:45. So sit back, relax, and grab a coffee and understand me while I'm going to talk about the topic called feelings today. And your messages are flowing. And definitely I'm going to read your messages, but not to worry, stick around and be with me right here on Upper Intermediate Just English channel. Vocabulary feelings now. Let's go into the feelings part. Now, what is a feeling? Now, for example, when someone tells me, hey, what is a feeling? Now, how do you define feeling? Now, feeling can be said is an emotion that you feel, or such as anger, we have sadness, we have happiness. Now those are called feelings. Feelings can be, I'll recap again, it could be an anger, it could be sadness, it could be happiness, right? Now we got different categories here, and if you see on the board, we got 6 sentences, and let's start with number 1. Knowing we had won was a wonderful feeling. Now when you say knowing we had a wonderful feeling, now written there in the brackets, a very positive sentence, and this category of feeling is happy. The people, he or she or many people are getting happy, and the reason for them to get happy is just because they won the match and they have a wonderful feeling. That's why it's a category of happiness. A person feels very happy just because the person has won the match. Number 2, a terrible feeling of guilt. Now when you say a terrible feeling of guilt, there's other type of feeling, and now that's basically a sad feeling. It's actually a negative feeling. It's not a positive feeling. It's a negative sad feeling. For example, a terrible feeling of guilt. Now guys, if you look on the board, number 3 says here, my personal feeling is that not enough has been done. Now that is what? Now this is when you have a conversation with someone, you talk about someone, or someone tells you about someone, what has happened. Now that's actually giving out an opinion about someone. Now here in number 3 says, my personal feelings is that not enough has been done. So when you say not been done, it means what? That your opinion is that the person has not been able to do his or her work. So that's why it's under opinion. Number 4, the town's strong feeling of history. Now when you say town's feeling of history, that's all about a place, because it's specifying a town there, and town everyone knows very well is a place. Murat had lost all feelings in his toes. Now when you say Murat has lost all his feelings in toes, now guys, that's actually a feeling of ability. Alright guys, we talked about the different type of feelings. It's not only one type of feeling, we got different type of feelings and they have their own categories. Now here it says Murat had lost all feelings in his toes. Now guys, don't ask me what is toes. You guys know very well what the toes are. Toes are the plural form of toe. Now toe is one and toes are more than one. If you have 2, they're called toes. If you got 1, that's called toe. Number 6 we got here is no hard feelings. Now when you say no hard feelings, now that actually means these are sort of hurting feelings, and a lot of time, I think not only me but even you, for example, we always get a lot of hurting feelings from the surroundings where we live or the people who we get along with. Sometimes we get a lot of sort of sad hurting feelings, which we need to digest them. When we get any feelings like that, we just need to accept them and digest them in ourselves, and that's part of life, that's reality. So that's your no hard feelings. Now guys, remember your feelings are always categorized and they're into different for example, different groups there into different categories, different titles. We got feelings of nouns and we got feelings with adjectives. I'm going to teach you today that feelings of adjectives and feelings of nouns. So get ready, make sure that you have your paper and your pens or pen with you so that if you need to write on something, just quickly write down so that we can talk about this together and understand together till 5:45. Now guys, remember that while I'm talking to you, I'm also going to get messages from you guys which are already flowing right here in the broadcast. I'm going to read your message at the same time. Not to worry, I've not left you because I love you guys. You are my darling students, and definitely I'm Eric Barak here right on upper intermediate class with you guys, taking you definitely guys right now. Let's talk about the feelings with noun. Anger. We got here anger. Now, the state of being very annoyed. Now, for example, sometimes people who really get annoyed. Now, that's called a high peak. I mean, crossing out all the limits is called anger. The anger comes because you cross all the limitations and the person, he or she went out of the limitations and the person got annoyed on you so much that he or she couldn't control the anger. Now that's a feeling of anger, and anger comes under the category of noun. Remember that. Okay guys, we're talking about feelings of nouns, so that's about the feelings of nouns. Alright guys, just remember to be careful how it is. Now I'm going to go on to number 2, and also remember in number 2 it says about that dismay. Now when you say dismay, it's the feeling of despair in the face of an obstacle. Now the word obstacle, remember the synonym word obstacle also has a words like barrier, hindrance, and a block. So 4 words are similar: obstacle, barrier, hindrance, and of course block. They all have a similar meaning and they come in the category of synonyms. But right, I'm not teaching you synonyms. We're talking about the feelings which come under the category of noun. Dismay is one of them. So we just learned about that. Alright guys, so we have been learning about the feelings today. So remember that you are learning about the feelings. You need to know that people are in our lives, who come in our lives. They distract us by giving us different type of feelings. We have good feelings, bad feelings. We have feelings which are not acceptable sometimes. Your messages are flowing here. And I can see here Zubair Akan. Zubair, thank you so much for joining in the class today. And we got a lot of more students. And your messages are flowing here. And we got Rana. Again, she says here in the first there is knowing. Is that a possible form of no? That's great, Rana. But right now, we're into the second part of our class. And there we go. We got here discuss. Now, when we say discuss, that's number 3. Look on the board, guys. Feeling number 3 under the category of noun. We got disgust here. Now that's like a strong feeling of dislike. Number 4, we got here boredom. Now that is the feeling of being tired of something tedious. Now it means what? Something happened in a very strange and a very difficult manner and you get tired of that. So that's all about the feelings. And then you got the word here, frustration. Now the word frustration is the number 5 on the feelings under the category of noun. Frustration, guys, actually means, look at the screen. It says there, a feeling of annoyance or at being hindered or criticized. Now that is called a feeling of frustration. Alright guys, I hope you understood what I was talking about. And guys, also remember that you are along with me, Eric. And yes, I'm taking you all the way to 5:45. And I know you guys are enjoying my class because your message is just flowing out. And I'm here to give you a lot of information. Our topic is all about feelings. And very shortly, we're going to go into the second part of emotions, and you are having a great time. I know we all have the same experience, going out with different type of feelings. Every day we get feelings of hurt, we got sad feelings, we got happy feelings, we got feelings which we are not able to take those feelings. So we need to understand that every type of feelings we need to welcome in our lives, because this is part of life and we need to understand. Going down to the part 2, feelings of adjectives. Now guys, feelings of adjectives talks about here. We have different adjectives, but here we're going to talk about specific feelings. We got afraid, we got number 2, agreeable, we got amazed, we got amused, angry, and annoyed. Now guys, when you say afraid, now that means what's scary. Alright guys, fear. Now fear, scary, and afraid, that's all coming under the category of synonyms, because synonyms are always having a similar meaning. But here, I'm not talking about synonyms right now. We are talking about the feelings which are under the adjectives. Alright guys, good. Love you darlings. Afraid, agreeable, amazed, amused, angry, and annoyed. Now let's go to number 2. Now here this is strange. You might be thinking adjectives of tones. Now guys, adjectives for tone, remember it's not a mobile tone. Please guys, don't misunderstand me that what is Eric teaching here. I'm teaching you adjectives for tone. I'm not teaching you ringtones here. So through tone a person can sense about a character's personality. Now that's I think what I understand very clearly, and I hope you understand me very well. That is something about we sense, it's like call it the sixth sense. We feel something's going to go good or bad. We feel before it's going to happen. And that says here about someone's character, someone's personality. It can even shape an entire piece of writing, making it feel serious, funny, or dramatic, or upsetting. Now that's what it's all about there. These are the senses, guys. Come on, get serious, guys. These are senses. You might have that experience. I personally had that experience a lot of time in my life before. That before something is going to happen in your life, negative or positive, you feel, you get a sense, oh, this thing's going to happen, and that definitely happens. So that's all about having a sense of humor, or sense of understanding, a sense of feeling, which can happen before the actual thing. Remember, for example, my darling students, without an adjective examples, we wouldn't know if this was going to be sad story about sadness or about hope. All right, guys. Now, as we're talking about in the category of the tones, about the behaviors, about the feelings, guys, look there. It says about we have negative and positive. We got tone settings negative and we got tone settings positive. For example, let's read that sentence together. It says here, with a heavy heart, the girl walked to the mailbox and mailed her letter. Now, what is mailbox, guys? If you don't understand me, I'm here to help you and let you know. It's the vocabulary for you. Mailbox is actually, for example, like we used to have in old, or for example 20 years ago, or maybe 10 years ago, maybe even recently now in a few countries, we got like a post office boxes, those called mailbox, which on the streets you go there and you put in your letter, or you check if you got a letter or not. So that's called a mailbox. Or mailed her letter. Now that's her negative sentence. Tone setting negative sentence with a heavy heart. That means that she had a heavy heart. She walked to the mailbox and mailed her letter. Now if you go to number 2 categories of the positive side, it says here, the excited girl walked to the mailbox and made her letter. Now there we go. It means when she was in a negative feeling, she was not moving fast. Maybe she might be walking, but not too fast, and she never had much energy. But on the other hand, when you go into the second sentence, it's about positive. Now, positive means energy, and everything is all right. You get excited, and things can happen. So that's in a different feeling a person gets. All right, guys, let's go into the examples of positive and negative tones. Here we have 3 different categories to describe a positive tone, to describe a negative tone, and the last column talks about or describe other tones. Now here, guys, I'm not going to talk the whole tones about because we got a lot of words here with different 3 categories. Let me quickly talk about maybe one word. It says describe a positive tone. I'm on the first part, guys. Here, look here, guys. Agreeable. Now in the negative tone is annoyed, and then of course if you describe the other tone here, I mean the word similar sort of, it says here ambivalent. Alright, guys. Number 2, animated is a positive tone, whereas your negative tone is bitter, and then your describing in other tones is all about anxious. Same way, we got a lot of words here, guys. I'm going to give you like 1 second while I'm going to look at your messages. You guys need to look at these words quickly. These are all the category of positive and negative adjective tones, which are used by people in a category of under umbrella feelings. All right, guys, we are talking about feelings. We talked about different type of feelings: sad, happy, grumpy, blah blah blah. We talked about people are happy, people are sad, people get hurt, people have emotions, which are going to come very shortly now. So guys, just understand it very carefully. To describe a positive tone, to describe a negative tone, or to describe an other tones, you need to have specific words. Like here, you can see on my screen, it says here, number 1, agreeable, negative is annoyed, and then the last one is describe other tones. It talks about it's ambivalent. Alright guys, I hope you understood it. Now the time is 15 minutes past 5 p.m. and I'm taking you all the way till 5:45. We just got 30 minutes left right here along with Eric Barak, upper intermediate with Justenglish channel. If you've tuned right now, just reminding you that you're along with Eric here, and I take you all the way in different classes. I got a chance to teach your intermediate class, I was in upper intermediates, and you catch me in a week maybe twice or thrice, so don't worry, I'm always there for you guys, and I miss you guys. I love you guys because you are my darling students. Adjectives for emotions. Now guys, there's a difference. Emotions and feelings. A lot of time people get mixed up. People always mix all of time. They always mix feelings and emotions. Guys, feelings is a different category and emotions are different. Just remember that. Please remember, feelings are different and emotions are different. Now let's go and have a look what exactly it means. Emotions and feelings are slightly similar. The only difference is that emotions tend to refer to that which isn't tangible. Now remember that. And on the other hand, while feelings are something you can kind of finger on. It means what? For example, the things which you can handle or it's internal in you, and then the things which you're not able to control internally, they become external, and that becomes like a behavior where people can see your emotions, that it could be a good emotion or a bad emotion. For example, happy emotion or a sad emotion. Feelings can't be easily seen. Now that's a good question mark there, and I totally agree with that. I think feelings sometimes are not able to be seen. You can't see them because sometimes you might not know what happened to the other person. You might not know what did you tell him or her. Maybe your one word, maybe something you might have said to the person, and that might have touched him or her in a good way or in a bad way. So guys, always be careful. Remember, never try to speak a word which you don't understand or you might think might not be applicable to talk to other person. No matter the person is how much close to you, but never use a word which might hurt someone's feelings. He or she might not even tell you this, that I'm hurt or I'm not hurt, but definitely deep in their heart, he or she might have been broken up with their feelings. Alright guys, so just love you. Remember not to hurt anyone because it's so difficult, guys. It's not easy. Alright guys, so feelings can be easily seen. We have just learned about that. We can guess that someone is either sad or happy, but emotions are always expressed. Now, when you say emotions are always expressed, remember, it's a physical part. Your body language changes. For example, if someone gives you a wrong information or you get a wrong phone call automatically, definitely your reaction changes, right? So that's, I think, how the feelings can change. Your messages are flowing here. We got here Suta Tankulu. Oh, suit. Thank you so much for joining the class, and thank you so much. You're with Eric in the second hour, and we are talking about feelings and emotions. Now, guys, looking down into the adjectives for negative emotions, the miserable boy walked home in the rain. Now, that is actually negative emotions under the category of adjectives. The miserable boy walked home in the rain. And on the other hand, if you see below down, it says here, adjectives for positive emotions. Now, jubilant boy walked home in the rain means what? The person had a very positive attitude and the person moved home while it was still raining. Now, example for positive and negative and neutral emotions. Guys, always remember we have positive feelings or emotions. We got negative, positive, and negative feelings and emotions, but remember we also got neutral emotions which are sometimes not acceptable, which are not easy to digest them. But so remember, but sometimes they are, but sometimes it's impossible to grasp or to take those emotions because it's very difficult. It's painful sometimes. To describe a positive or to describe a negative and to describe other emotions, guys, I've highlighted a lot of words here. I'm not going to read all of them. Let's try to focus quickly on the words which I have highlighted into the brown color. And guys, look on the board. It says here to describe a positive emotion, that's appreciative. Now if you go into the negative emotion, it says angry, and to the last which says about other emotion is called accepting. Now that's like sort of a neutral. Alright guys, that where you have to accept someone whether it's yes or no, whether it's positive or negative. Now that goes into the category of neutral under the description of emotions as accepting. Alright guys, good. Let's go to the glad here. It says here glad, automatic says into the positive, and into the negative is grumpy. A lot of time people become grumpy just because they're not able to do or they're not able to handle the situation. They become so grumpy. And then in the neutral, it's like easy. All right, guys, your message is still flowing here. Thank you so much. Our next word is happy. Is a positive, and then we got to negative is grouchy, remember, and then we got here is even-handed. Now even-handed is actually neutral, where it can be somehow could go into the positive manner or into the negative manner. Eric, rock with you here. If you're tuning me right now, welcome to the class. You're enjoying with me, Eric, in upper intermediate right here for Justenglish channel. And remember that we here take care of you guys. We make sure that you learn the best English, the best quality of English, because we got the best teachers right here in Justenglish, and you are with us right here on the platform of Justenglish along with Eric Barak. My email address is barak eric1429@gmail.com. The time right now is 21 minutes past to an hour of 5, and we've just got a few minutes to go, and I'll be signing out at 5:45. Sit down and relax. We're enjoying into the second hour. Guys, going up now to the next part. Now this part is actually where I want to talk about something about the words which are ending with adjectives which end with ed and with ing. Now look into the screen, don't look at my face. It's not written here, it's written on the board. It says there, adjectives that end in ed are used to describe how people feel. Adjectives that end in ed are used to describe how people feel. Now, for example, we got a sentence here. He was surprised to find that he had been upgraded to first class. Now, the person got surprised and the feelings came up automatically. He was surprised to find that he had been upgraded to the first class. For example, a mode of transport could be your train, could be a metro bus, for example, could be any sort of transport, could be an airplane. And when you are upgraded from one class or another class into a first class, which is really a good feeling. Number 2, I was confused by the findings of the report. Now, when you say I was confused by the findings of the report, and that's actually what it's talking about the feelings again here. And then it says she felt tired after working hard all day. Now her feelings became tired. She realized that she worked the whole day and she got tired. Now that's the feelings of tired. It's on someone's feelings. As we talked about that, the words for feelings are always ending with ed under the category of adjectives. Going into the words with ing adjectives, we just talked about ed, and now let's go and have a look on the board talking about ing adjectives, guys. Adjectives that end in ing are used to describe things and situations. Now, guys, there's a difference. Ed is used for feelings, and ing is always used for describing things and situations. For example, let's look down here. We got 3 categories of sentences. Being upgraded to the first class is surprising. Wow. Number 2, the findings of this report are confusing. And number 3, the last sentence talks about here, working hard all day is tiring. Now, guys, if you look at these 3 sentences, it's talking about the situations, it's talking about describing other things, and their ending adjectives are with ing. Now, remember, handling the situations and handling the things out always should be used ing adjectives, but not ed, because ed always are used for feelings. All right, guys? Good. Now let's go down to our adjectives table. This is a great table, guys, for you. Look carefully. It talks about ed and ing adjective tables. For example, we got feel, and we got messages here. We got here Bushra, Miss really missed your classes, Eric. Oh, thank you so much, Bushra, and I love you guys a lot. I miss you guys a lot. Trust me, guys. You guys are my darling students, and you don't know how much I miss you. I really miss you a lot. I love you a lot, guys, because you are my students. You are my kids. You're my darlings, and I know you are best, and you are doing a good job by listening to the classes, coming to the classes, learning printers, inters, uppers. You are the best right here because you are with the best teachers of Just English. Good, we got Marvin here. Hi, Eric. Hey, Marvin. Good to see you guys. You're my darling students. Well, I'm getting your messages. Let's go down to ed and ing adjective tables. Again, you got a messages. I'm sorry I came late. Hey, don't worry, Marvin. You're late. Not to worry, but still, we love you. We all are here together, and we will be with you. Don't worry, and enjoy the class with ed, ing adjectives. Feel is with ending with ed. Then we could describe ing. We got annoyed is annoying. We got bored is boring. We got confused is confusing. Whereas depressed is depressing. Then we got excited is exciting. Frustrated is frustrating. We got frightened is frightening. Satisfied is satisfying. Then we got shocked, and of course shocked is standing in the category of what? Shocking. Guys, these are, for example, adjectives which are falling under ed and ing, and it's all talking about the feelings. Thank you guys for your messages are flowing right here. Thank you so much for that. You're along with Eric, Barack, upper intermediate class, and of course you're with Just English channel. Remember, guys, you got the best teachers right in Just English. So get yourself ready and make sure that you know English because you're proud to be part of Just English. Super, guys. Guys, today we talked with the first time we were talking about all about these conditions today. We did. It was a great job we did. And with now second hour, we will be talking about the feelings. If you have just signed in my class, I'm going to just quickly do a recap. What, guys, we've been talking about was the feelings, vocabulary feelings. For example, what is a feeling? Now, students, for example, like Mari and you guys just joined in, so I'm going to recap, so listen to me very carefully. What are feelings? Feelings can be, for example, like emotions that you feel, or for example, such an anger, or you have a sadness or a happiness. So we have different categories of feelings. Now, guys, remember, we have different categories of feelings, and feelings are always different. They can be good, they can be bad, they could be happy, they could be sad, you could be annoyed, you could get angry, you could be happy, you could be smiling, you could be laughing. So there are different types of feelings. All right, guys? Good. Now remember, feelings are of different categories. We got feelings under nouns, we got feelings under adjectives, which I'm going to teach you right again. I'm going to do the recap. Let's go to some tenses now. Knowing we had won was a wonderful feeling. Now here it says about the feelings are very positive, they're very happy, and the terrible feeling of guilt. When you say a terrible feeling of guilt, now that's actually a negative feeling and it's sad. Now we got here more students coming in. Thank you so much. My personal feelings is that not enough has done. Now that's actually opinion feeling. You're talking about someone. You're giving out an opinion about someone. That my personal feeling is that not enough has been done. Number 4. The town's strong feeling of history. Now, that's actually a feeling about a place because we're talking about the towns. Number 5, Murat had lost all feelings in his toes. Now, guys, before I go to the word toes, or let me tell you, I know most of you don't know what's toe. Now, guys, remember, toe is actually a singular, and when you have to go into the plural form, you add your s's called toes. 1 is a toe and 2 are toes. And then you got number 6, no hard feelings. Now when you say no hard feelings, which I think a lot of us have a lot of experience in this feeling actually. And guys, what do you think about feelings? I want you to tell me now, what do you think about feelings? Do you think is it good to hurt someone's feelings or not? I need to answer you guys. Let's talk about this now. Tell me, if you had any experience of good or bad feelings. Guys, come on. Now I'm giving you the floor to talk, and you need to tell me now if you really think if the feelings have really hurt you in the past or not. Guys, your messages are flowing. My question to you is very simple. Do you think the feelings have ever hurt you or not? Or if the feelings have really done good things in your life or not? I will accept myself. For example, I really had sometimes very bad feelings. I had hurting feelings from people around me, but still I had to ignore them and just focus my life. Guys, remember, if you're hurt, never give up. Just focus on your goal, focus on your life, and just move forward. Never give up. Bushra, it says here, you are the best. Hey, thank you, dear. Thank you, dear. Yes, and I know that not only me, we teachers of Just English are the best teachers we got here, and you make sure that you are learning in the right place. That's Just English, along with Eric, Barack, upper intermediate. All right, guys, the time is 30 minutes past 5 p.m. and we're talking about feelings and emotions. Going into the feeling nouns now. Guys, a category of nouns. Anger, the state of being very annoyed. Now my question to you guys is, did you guys ever got angry or not? Guys, my question is, did you guys ever got angry or not? Or did you guys ever control your anger or not? Can you let me know, guys? Your message is still flowing. Thank you so much for that. Anger, the state of being annoyed. Number 2, dismay. Now that is actually the feeling despair in the face of an obstacle. Now Olaj says here, hi, I'm back. Hey, thank you for joining and thank you for coming back to the class. You're late, but not to worry, because in Eric's class, students can come late. It's not a problem because I love my kids. I love you, my darlings. Number 2 is dismay, we talked about. Number 3 is disgust. It's all about strong feelings of dislike. And number 4 is boredom. Now that is a feeling of being tired, remember, of something tedious. And number 5, now that is actually a very popular, very famous word called frustration. Now frustrated forms are frustrated, frustrate, and frustrating. But this is a form of frustration. We are talking about the feelings, a feeling of annoyance, of being hindered or criticized. Now remember that, guys. Now that's all number 5 about. Now guys, my question to you is, did you ever had a feeling of frustration? Can you please answer me, guys? Did you guys ever had any type of feeling related to frustration? Hello, darling students. Don't sleep, I'm talking to you. Did you guys ever had a feeling of getting frustrated, sort of frustration feelings? Did you guys ever had those feelings, guys? Let me tell you one thing. I always had this feeling. Sometimes I did have. Sometimes when things are not done, or things are delayed, or things are back from the time of the schedule, I get frustrated. That's my nature. I really get angry sometimes too. Now, feelings of adjectives. Now, we just talked about feelings of nouns. Going into the second category of feeling of adjectives, right, guys? Now, you might be knowing a lot of words here which fall under the category of adjectives, feelings. We got the words here, afraid, we got agreeable, we got amazed, we got amused, angry, annoyed. Now, guys, a lot says here, right. Now, that's very true. People get frustrated. We just talked about frustrated before, but now we do the category of feelings with adjectives. People are afraid. Now, afraid, remember the synonym, similar means called, scared, or fear, but we are not talking about synonyms right now. So we got afraid, we got agreeable, we got amazed, we got angry, we got annoyed. Now, guys, we got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've given you 6 words of adjectives: afraid, agreeable, amazed, amused, angry, annoyed. Students, I want you to do me a quiz now. Do me a favor, and I want you to do it right now. I've given you the words afraid, agreeable, amazed, amused, angry, and annoyed. I'm going to give you like 1 second, or maybe 1, or maybe 10 seconds. Pick any one of the words from there. Write a sentence quickly on the message right now. I'm going to repeat again. Write a sentence. Pick one word of your choice from feelings, adjectives. You can pick any word like afraid, agreeable, amazed, amused, angry, or annoyed, and write a simple sentence and show me your sentence so that we can read the sentence together and share the sentence and understand the feeling of adjectives. We got here, it says here, the sentence from Olash is coming here, the best co-worker you are. Hey, thank you so much, and you guys are the best too. If I'm here today, it's just because of you all, my team of Just English, because I love you guys. I love my teachers because I respect them a lot, and they are the teachers who really are with me, and I support them a lot because I'm nothing without them. Guys, we got the sentences here. It says here, I'm really angry with you, for example. Wow! Now, when you say I'm really angry with you, for example, now that could be some of the feelings which comes under the category of angry. Now, that's a feeling where a summer is becoming negative. Now, that's the feeling. All right, guys, I'm giving a chance. I want you guys, we got the word angry. It's done. Just give me 1 second or 2 seconds more. Put up your sentence. Pick your word, afraid, agreeable, amazed, amused, or annoyed. We got here, I'm really angry, or we done that. We got here, nothing much, but the base is still coming out. Good. We are going down to adjectives of tone, recap. Now guys, remember adjective for tones is not ringtones. Darling students, don't mix your mobile ringtones with adjective for tones. Adjectives of tones are actually a person can sense about a character or personality. Now that is called adjectives for tones. You can sense a character or personality of someone, or maybe you can have a sixth sense, which we say in English, a sixth sense which you talk about, and you feel that something might happen, good or bad to you. You just get this sort of a sense, a feeling just comes out before. It can be even in a shape or a type piece of in a writing, in a making, or it feels serious, funny, dramatic, or upsetting. Now guys, I've written very clearly, look on the board, it says a person can sense about character's personality. It can even shape an entire piece of writing, making. It feels serious, funny, dramatic, or upsetting. Good. Now that's all about the feelings, characters. Now guys, let's go down. It says here, tone setting negative and tone settings positive. We got one sentence here, and let's see the difference of the sentence. It talks about negative part and the positive under adjective for tone. Tone setting negative. Now, with a heavy heart, the girl walked to the mailbox and mailed her letter. It's a very simple example. It's talking about that the girl was very heavy-hearted. She was negative. She was not positive. Maybe she might have been down. Maybe something would have happened to her, and she was not able to understand what has happened to her life or what has happened to her family. That's the reason she got heavy-hearted. Means what? That there was a lot of stress she had, and she walked to the mailbox and mailed her letter. That she went, it means she was not happy actually. She just went to the mailbox and she posted her letter. So she was not happy, in other words. Alright guys, so that was actually a negative tone, a sense of thinking negative. Now I need to go to the positive. For example, the excited girl walked to the mailbox and mailed her letter. Now when you say the excited girl walked to the mailbox and mailed her letter, it means what? That she was excited, she wanted what was happening, what will happen, or why she was excited, but she was excited actually. Now that's all about the positive things here. Alright guys, good. Looking into the scrolling down into our chart here, we got a small timetable, that's about example of positive and negative tones. For example, we got three categories. We got to describe a positive tone, we got to describe a negative tone, to describe other tones. Now these are the categories of adjectives, remember? And we're talking about feelings and emotions. Alright guys, the time is 39 minutes past 5 p.m. I got 6 minutes past. 6 minutes left for me to sign out from this program for today, but don't worry, we are enjoying our class. Remember, you're along with Eric Barak, right in upper intermediate Just English. Agreeable is your positive tone. Your second form is negative. It talks about annoyed, and your last is to describe other tones. That's all about ambivalent. Now, whereas into the second part, it says here, animated. Now guys, animated, when you say that's a very positive tone, and when you say negative tone, now that's very bitter, and then you say to describe other tones, so that is actually anxious. All right guys, so say we have a lot of words down here. I'm not going to talk about all the words because it's so difficult for me and the time is running out. I can't explain you all the words, but there are many of them here. Let's go to the emotions, guys, quickly. Emotions, adjective for emotions. We just talked about the feelings. Emotions and feelings are very similar. The only difference is that emotions tend to refer to that which isn't tangible, while feelings are something you can kind of put your fingers on. All right, guys. Now, for example, that's all about it. Adjective for negative emotions are the miserable boy walked home in the rain. Now, adjective for negative talks about here, the miserable boy walked home in the rain. Now, that is actually what it was raining. It's negative. It was raining. Actually, the boy was just walking home. Number two, adjectives for positive emotions. Now, when you say positive emotions, it says here the jubilant boy walked home in the rain. That means what? The person was just going home. It doesn't matter whether it was raining or not, but the boy was just walking home. He was very positive. Adjectives for positive emotions that we did just now. Then we got the examples for positive, negative, and your neutral emotions. Now this category has three. We got positive, we got negative, and then we got your neutrals here. Now guys, we got a lot of words here. I'm not going to read all of them because a huge pile here. I'm going to just read down the words we got in the color brown. Look on the board, guys. We got here the positive emotion is appreciative, whereas it goes into the category of negative emotions is angry, and then you go into, for example, a neutral, describing other emotions, it's called accepting here. All right, guys, we got glad into the positive, whereas grumpy is a negative emotion, whereas into neutral it says it's easy. Now I know a lot of times people become grumpy. People are grumpy a lot of time. Now don't expect people to be always happy and glad and happy every time. It's impossible, because every time we have good times and bad times in life. So we need to understand, we need to know what's happening in our life. So we can be good, we can be bad, we can be happy, we can be sad, we can be grumpy sometimes, or we can be just glad sometimes. So it doesn't matter. We always have different time zones in our life. We always have different situations in our life. Sometimes we might have good things, so we are always glad. Sometimes things might happen not good for you. The day might not be good for you. Now that go into the category of negative thoughts and things and feelings into the grumpy part. All right, guys, good. Now we got the word you're happy in the positive. We got grouchy in negative. And then we got your even-handed. All right, guys. Now these are the categories we got. Neutral is even-handed, whereas your negative is grouchy, and your happy is very positive. Now the word sweet. Look down to the word sweet here. Sweet is positive, whereas your word negative is sad, and your final neutral word is reserved, guys. Now here we say we got a message from Mustafa. Do we have a chance to download the document you use now by a link? There are a lot of advanced level vocabulary. Wow, thank you so much for that. Yes, you can get a chance, and you will get a chance to do that. I'll be sending you all the information, guys. Now this all related information, please drop me an email where I can send you back all the information out. Thank you so much for understanding that I'm giving you a lot of knowledge. So guys, understand my email address is Burak Eric, BURAK1429@gmail.com. You can write me an email, and you can let me know what sort of material you require, you want, and I will send you back on the email. So it should not be a problem, guys. It's great to know that you are learning English and you want to learn more of English. That's great. Remember, you're with Eric Burak, right here from Justenglish Channel and doing upper intermediate. We just got a few minutes to go, and we will be signing out. Before I sign out, just remember, I need to tell Rana, you run this tea bag today in the first hour by giving the right answers on your second and third conditions. You will just have to do this one thing. I'm going to pass off this box to the category brand, so you can take this box from there and they'll give it to you. So enjoy your tea. This is your present from me, Eric, from the upper intermediate, because you did a good job by giving the right answer. Alright guys, now guys, it's time for me to say sign out and say goodbyes, which is very difficult to say goodbye to you guys because you're my darling students. Remember that me, Eric, always catches you right here on Justenglish channel. And remember, during the week, you can text me up, you can email me on barakeric1429@gmail.com. And now the last part before I say goodbye to you, before I sign out from the channel today, I would like to tell you that you have a homework. And remember, from the English files, go to your English files and make sure that you do your homework. Now guys, do your homework, go to your English files and go to your page number. For example, page number 140 and page number 157. Page number 140 and page number 157, go to your upper intermediate English file book. Page number 140, 140 and page number 157. Do your homework, and if you like, you can just send your homework on my email and I will check your answers. My email address is barakeric1429@gmail.com. Got it, guys? Now with this, Eric Barak says goodbye and thank you so much for joining today in the class. I will catch you guys during the week, and remember that we love you. Justenglish, we have a wide range of teachers to support you, to help you, and to make you understand how to speak a good English. Eric, right here from Justenglish, says goodbye. You take care of yourself. Make sure you have your mask and stay tuned. Always right here, and always stay happy, because when you're happy, we are happy. And when we are happy, you are happy. Till then, Eric says goodbye. All the best, and I love you.